We've got a new boat. Introducing Harry Highfield. Welcome back to the Rudder. My name's Brooke and this is Damian, and we are here at home, and yesterday we took delivery of our Highfield.
Yeah, so it's a Highfield 340 FCT, a rigid inflatable. Pippa's got the helm just there, she's taking control of everything, and we're going to launch it. This is the first time we're going to go out for a cruise. We took delivery yesterday afternoon.
Thank you so much to Northside Marine, to Bill for bringing it down for us. So we're really excited. This is going to be our maiden voyage.
So we got it onto the pontoon rollers as we saw in the last video. So yeah, we're going to launch it. We're going to play around. We took a little spin yesterday. I'm going to get used to it. Brooke's going to get used to it. Puppies are going to get used to it.
So this is our first impressions of our new Highfield.
So we're going to do the launch. I've done this once before, so I'm certainly not a pro at it. We're going to, I guess this is the fun bit of getting a new boat, is sorting out how everything goes together. First things first, just getting puppies away. Come on, get out there. All right. And once we get to the tilt point, then we can lower it nice and slowly. And there she blows. Don't let it float away. Okay, Pippi's keen. Let's go for a ride.
So here we are, we're on the water on Harry Highfield. We've just turned out of our canal. The puppies and I have decided to sit on the bow section, which is really comfortable. We'll do a full review of this boat shortly, but this is quite comfortable and it keeps the nose down. So we're just cruising at about 3 or 4 knots at the moment. This area is a 6 knot zone, so it's quite comfortable speed. So we're still running the motor in. The crew at Northside Marine have just said to vary the speeds. It's a brand new Yamaha motor, 20 horsepower, which is fantastic. Perfect for this Highfield, this size Highfield. So there's plenty of room up on the bow for the puppies and I. So today, during this maiden voyage, we're just gonna try and work out where the best place is for the 4 of us. We're thinking the front will be good when we're just cruising at a nice slow speed to keep the nose down. And so we'll see what today brings. We're gonna go up to the trawlers, grab some prawns. The girls are gonna have a bit of a swim. We're gonna grab a coffee. It's gonna be a great day. So we're just going to go up a tiny bit. Damian's put the throttle down a little bit and we're just seeing how it handles. This little bench seat here is really great for me to put my feet up on. Pippa's quite comfortable. Molly's enjoying all the smells. And so yeah, we're cruising nicely, probably 5 knots at the moment. Not sure if I think it's actually an outgoing tide. I can see from the shore there. The tide's going with us, so that's great to see how this performs.
So we're just cruising around and it is super enjoyable. Brooke has got the front seat all locked in. The puppies are all very happy. One thing I'm doing is I'm just altering the RPMs we're doing pretty regularly. We're just in our normal stretch of canals that we go through. We're just about to go into a canal that we cannot fit into with Antoinette, so it's a little bit fun to have a boat like this to do some exploring. But I am altering the RPM. You can see we're just putting along now. I don't even know what we'll be doing, 2 knots or something. It is, you know, we don't have any dials or anything on here. I have used the GPS on the phone just a couple of times to try and get a gauge on how fast we're going, but I'm getting used to it. And so we're just going to step it up a little bit and try and get onto that faster, well, I guess it's a slow plane. And having Brooke in the front there just keeps the nose down. We'll show you later on. It's very much a feel how you go. So let's have a look how Brooke's looking. Everyone's super comfortable. It's a very calm ride. Passing another Highfield. Oh, there we go. Here's some of those narrower canals that we haven't explored in a long time. So it's very pleasant. We're just cruising around on 6 knots. I just checked out the GPS, so awesome. We're going with the tide but into the wind. There's a bit of a northerly breeze. We are just coming up to the main river. So the Narang River is just around the corner here. When we get to there, it's a faster zone, so boats under 8 meters, which is us, can go 40 knots. Oh, there's a boat coming. So we're going to get reorganized. I'm just going to drop the speed now for this boat to come through. Actually, let's spin it round and check out how we go through this wake. So we've got a wake coming up. We're just at and bit of a judder. Puppies are not loving it, but that's all right.
So safety is the #1 most important thing. So because we're going to be going a bit faster, obviously this boat is not like Antoinette, so we're going to be going a bit faster. So we're going to be putting some life jackets on just to make sure the puppies are all safe. The girls and I are going to be going down the back with Damian for us to go a little bit faster. So Pippi's all sorted. She doesn't really quite know what's going on. Hopefully there's no big boats coming.
So everyone's down the back. We've got Pippi up there and Molly's just in between us down there. Before we go super fast, I'm just going to click it up a little bit and you get back to the pace that we were going before, and you can see it's hard, I guess it's a little bit hard to see, but the bow really comes up just at this slower pace. So that's why it was pretty good having Brooke at the front there. All right, so let's give it some. And we're really standing up now until we pop. So I'm guessing we're going something like 15 knots or so. All right, we're going to get on just through this fast bit and we'll see you when we're up at the spit.
So we're just pulling up to Molly and Pippa's Island. If you follow our channel, you'll recognise this spot. We often anchor here, just taking off their life jackets. This was really good to have the life jackets on both of the puppies. It's just an extra grab point, and of course safety is really important. So we're going to jump onto their island. They're going to go for a big run around. It was really comfortable. I actually stayed up. Pippa and I were up on the bow while we were going a little bit faster, and it wasn't too bad so long as we didn't hit any bumps. So there's options around where we can sit. So we're going to pull up over here, have a little bit of a run around and a swim. Then we're going to come over to the trawlers, grab some fresh prawns for dinner. And then we're going to grab a coffee and then start the journey home. So we'll show you some drone footage on the way home of what it looks like at all the different speeds. And yeah, so we're going to go for a swim now. So we actually lucked out at the trawlers. They didn't go out last night due to the wind conditions. So we're gonna get these two girls ready with their life jackets again. And then we're gonna head to a lovely little spot called Bud's Beach. And we're gonna grab some coffees, have some morning tea, and then we'll head back home. We've just had some coffee and we've realized we need some little cup holders in Harry. But look, it's really, first world problem, to be honest. It's really fun. It's very different boating. Be nice to me with the comments in the comments box, but I actually at one point thought it was raining. I'm like, where's that rain coming from? But it was actually the water coming up, so that's a bit silly. It's very different boating to Antoinette, but we're really enjoying it. So one thing I've got to try and get used to is the throttle. So it's, what would you call it? A little bit. So I'm just going to go up a little bit now. And it responds really well, and with Damian at the front there, it goes up on the plane really nicely. I do have to say, so for all the international viewers, we don't normally get to go down this canal, but I'm going to show you. And so we haven't seen this house for years. This is actually my favourite house that we're about to pass now. So I know this video is not really about this, but I thought this is very interesting eye candy. Let me know what you think of this house coming up here, everyone. So we're just about to turn around the corner. There we go. Beautiful, perfection, I love it. All right, we're going to come back down now. And let's get the drone up and see what it looks like.
All right, Brooke has got the helm and we are just putting along in one of the canals. I'm driving the drone here, so we're trying to keep everything under control all at once. Now we're sitting together down the back, and that's just at a very slow speed. And you can see as the pace increases, just that nose come out, and what it does is it digs the engine into the water and actually creates quite a large wave at the back there, and you don't really get much forward momentum. So the more power you put in, it just digs the stern into the water, makes a bigger wave. You don't get any faster and you're just wasting fuel. So in a second I'm going to come forward and watch what happens when we put that weight into the bow. So off I go, trying to keep an eye on that drone, and immediately it almost shoots out of frame and we go too fast, so Brooke has to lower the speed, and we're up on the plane with that weight distribution put together there. So that's probably at about 5 or 6 knots there, and you can see the wake is much better now. The boat's much happier, even plane there, and I'm trying to keep that drone going. So just how we put the weight into the boat really does make a difference. So let's get the drone down, we won't drop it in the drink, and we'll finish up the video.
As our maiden voyage comes to an end, I just want to say I hope you enjoyed that video. Stay tuned for a full review of this beautiful boat.
Yeah, we've really enjoyed it. First impressions are extremely positive. The puppies, we were a bit anxious how the puppies were going to deal with it, but they seem reasonably comfortable, apart from when we hit some wake. Yeah, many more adventures to come with us. If you've got any questions, chuck them in the links down below.
Once again, thanks heaps to Northside Marine for delivering this boat to us yesterday, and happy boating. We'll see you next time on the Rudder.